Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this 5th edition of ColonelCast.
Yeah.
Once again, I'm David Heald.
And I'm Nick Nunley. We're going to start off the show this afternoon by discussing men's lacrosse. They beat Transylvania College arch rivals by a score of 12-9 this past Wednesday night.
They were able to overcome a 3-goal deficit going into the second half there, so great work by the Colonels turning it on.
Absolutely, and they extended their lead in the fourth quarter by winning the fourth quarter by a score of 3-0. Sam Rush netting 3 goals, Lorenzo Powell, the sophomore, netting 2 of his own.
Meanwhile, in SAA action, Barry upset Swanee, so that means the Colonels, Swanee, and Barry are now in a 3-way tie for first.
Yeah, the 3 heavyweights here in this Southern Athletic Association lacrosse conference. It's going to be an interesting finish of the season. It should make for a great tournament coming down the wire.
Yeah, and the Colonels already beat Barry once, and they lost to Swanee, but are currently last in goals, so we're currently last in the tiebreaker.
Which makes us the last place of the first place teams, but emphasis on first place there.
Women's lacrosse went down to Piedmont, Georgia, and took on the undefeated Piedmont College team. Unfortunately, they weren't able to snap Piedmont's winning streak and fell 17-8 on Friday.
But they extended a winning streak of their own in the Southern Athletic Association women's lacrosse, beating Barry by a score of 12-8.
That's their 3rd win in a row, and they did that behind Jacqueline Anderson, who had 5 goals against Barry and 9 total in the weekend.
Yeah, Ellen Rizinger also had 3 goals of her own against Barry. Incredible scoring by those two. We just continue to talk about it. It's like beating a broken drum, but you have to keep saying it.
Track and field hosted 15 teams this weekend for the Centre Invitational. Men won the gold medal, came in first out of the 15 teams. Very nice.
Yeah, and women's lacrosse got 2nd place out of 16 teams that traveled there. It's an incredible performance. Isaac Toney won the men's pole vault, as well as Ryan Airy, who won the javelin.
And for the women, Caitlin Yockey won the high jump, and she's really having a great season this year. She set the record for the pole vault last week, and no records this week, so what's going on? Women's softball went down to Memphis, Tennessee for a 4-game series against the Rhodes College Lynx.
Yeah, they split that weekend series, winning the first game on Saturday by a score of 9-4. Emma Ryder and Bailey Hadley had 2 home runs. Emma's was a 3-run home run, and Bailey's was a 2-run home run. Jessica Young was the winning pitcher there, and they lost the second game on Saturday by a score of 4-2.
They came back on Sunday and whooped Rhodes by a score of 11-0. Emma Ryder had 2 RBIs, so did Kelly Staples, while Brittany Sears had 4 to herself. Erica Brewer was really the champion, though. She pitched a complete game shutout with just 2 hits. And then Rhodes came back for a little bit of vengeance in the second half of that doubleheader and put down the Colonels by a score of 11-1.
No one was watching that game, though.
We were worried about the 11-0 the Colonels won.
Yeah. Men's baseball took a midweek trip up to Northern Kentucky to take on Thomas More College. Unfortunately, taking a tough loss there to a good team. They went on to, though, beat Barry College for their first SAA win of the season Friday night by a score of 9-2.
And that was really propelled by the junior Rob Caldwell's 7 shutout innings. Finally get some larger support as Trey Litzy and Andrew Olson came through with 2 RBIs each.
Absolutely. Then Center went on to lose the next 2 games of the series, though, but the score not being important. Grayson Evans, however, touching them all with his 2nd home run of the season on Saturday's game.
Evans is doing a great job replacing Kyle Cook, who was our right fielder last year and had a lot of power, and he's really filling in that role. Softball has a doubleheader coming up in the middle of the week on Wednesday against Berea College, and then the Millsaps Majors are coming to town this weekend for a home weekend series.
Yeah, and then baseball is going to play Spalding at home on Wednesday, and then they're going to have a weekend series at Oglethorpe. A lot of traveling here for the baseball team last couple of weeks.
That's 2 trips down to Georgia 2 weekends in a row. That's a long drive to do 2 weekends.
Absolutely. Men's lacrosse is going to be at Rhodes on Friday and Hendricks on Sunday. Pivotal games there on the schedule for men's lacrosse to make sure they at least keep pace with the other 2 first-place teams there in the SAA.
Women's lacrosse is also going down to Georgia, along with the baseball team, and going down to Oglethorpe on Saturday. Another SAA team they're going to try to get a win out over.
Now on Masters weekend, the women's golf team is going to travel to Illinois Wesleyan for the Spring Fling in Normal, Illinois. That's going to be on Saturday through Sunday there.
That'll be an interesting tournament. That's no Augusta National, but Tiger Woods is coming back at the Masters, so that's going to be fun to watch too.
Yeah, and speaking of golf, you can check out online. There was a match on Monday that the golf team was playing in. Check online for the results there if you're interested.
And that's all we have for this week. We'll see you next Tuesday. I'm David Heald.
And I'm Nick Nunley. Enjoy.